Welcome Year 12 to the A-Level Product Design Induction. Unfortunately, we would love to be meeting you in person and showing you the products and the facilities. But I'll do my best to take you through the course as it is and hopefully get you excited about your start in the autumn. Okay, so I will take you through. And I'll put my email at the end, so if you've got any questions, please feel free to email and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. We're so excited to welcome you back. Hopefully that will be in September, and that's to new students to St John's or one of our amazing existing ones. This presentation will help prepare you for your A-levels so that you know what to do through the summer and how to make sure that you can prepare yourself the best possible, and hopefully it answers your questions, but if you have any afterwards, make sure that you contact us. I've put in this quote from Sir James Dyson, who I believe is now the UK's richest man, about the importance of design and technology. Okay, it says logical, creative and practical. It's the only opportunity students have to apply what they learn in maths and science. Now, I know a number of you may well be pairing design and technology at A-level with those subjects, or perhaps you've chosen other courses as well. But as a stepping stone, design and technology will give you a host of skills to be able to lead into careers in engineering, in architecture, and creative industries, or possibly just give you those skills to be able to manage projects and people in the future. The A-level itself combines our materials understanding, techniques, manufacturing, and 15% of the course, of the exam, of your coursework elements need to relate specifically to science and maths. So it's a really modern subject that really combines the skills and understanding from across your subjects from GCSE and possibly at Key Stage 5 as well. Year 12 will be about trying to really develop that specialist knowledge. Okay, and we'll be working across metals, woods, polymers, papers and boards, textiles, composites, along with smart and modern materials. We'll look at how to enhance and finish materials, and you will actually physically demonstrate an understanding of forming and manufacturing processes through our product manufacture task. And alongside the theory to do with materials and processes and manufacture, we want you to become amazing designers. We want you to consider the wider social, environmental, cultural issues and design elements. These include things like ergonomics. So how do you design to fit, to be comfortable, to be safe, to be used by a set target market? How do you ensure that the elderly or disabled people can use and interact with your product through inclusive design? One area we'll focus on in quite a bit of depth will be sustainability, so considering the materials, the processes, the design of your product to make sure it has the least environmental impact as possible. Thinking about the future of our planet, of the resources available, the energy systems that you use, in order to be able to make sure that we are helping develop designers that solve future problems rather than create more problems. We will use and develop your understanding of computer-aided design and computer-aided manufacture so that you're able to communicate your ideas and test them virtually using the industry standard software that we have in school. You can also have access to certain software at home as well. So we will provide you with the details to be able to load on this industry standard software at home. We definitely want to make sure that you're able to confidently communicate your design ideas through drawings as well. So we will develop your drawing skills, we will develop your ability to model and test your ideas before making the product. And it's really important for us that you are able to grow in confidence in terms of your ability to sketch, to model and test your ideas. So we will look at different techniques to improve your drawing skills. We often have students that say, oh, I can't draw, and so it's our job to make you confident that you might be at a place where in your head your fixed view is I can't draw, and what we want you to think is, well, maybe I can't draw that well yet, but that important yet will show us that you've got the belief that you can get better at things. And hopefully your time while you've been at home, you might have used tutorials, you might have watched videos on YouTube of new skills that you've been able to develop, and we will help you through the course develop your skills to be able to draw and communicate your design ideas. As part of theory content, we'll look at the historical influences on design. So we'll look at what's happened in the past to influence designers, the development of materials and processes and philosophies to understand exactly why and how products were made and developed. That will include looking at famous designers and design movements. We'll look carefully at how to analyse products. Okay? Analysis skills and the development of those is key at Key Stage 5 to be able to prepare you for future jobs or future education. We'll be developing research skills, so understanding how to investigate a problem. Understanding the needs of other people is a huge aspect of design and technology. Understanding what their problem is, how you can solve it, okay, and what further research you're going to need to do. So this might include you disassembling existing products and working out why those products don't solve your client's problem. It might be through client interviews and really try and investigate beyond the obvious what the problem is that they are facing that you need to solve. It might be that you want to do questionnaires and find out what a wider target market would consider, so that you're able to promote and sell your product to a wider target group. Understanding of the design process is imperative. Okay, so what we will look at is understanding how to research, but then create your own ideas and develop these ideas through modelling and testing to be able to resolve a solution, resolve a problem. It's about trying to build up your confidence, your understanding of the key materials that we'll be working with and the processes available to you in the school workshop. In order to do this, we want you to be able to design, we want you to be able to model, we want you to be able to manufacture, and obviously understand the materials and the working properties of those that you are working with. So we divide it up into three practical or three sort of project-based topics, and then you have the theory lessons which will continue throughout the 2 years. The first of the projects is the product investigation, where we look at really pulling apart and disassembling physically in some way commercial products, really to investigate exactly how they've been manufactured, with what materials, look at scale of production and how they've ensured quality. You'll also be looking at the environmental impact that these products have and the processes that have been used to manufacture them, in order to look at and analyse so that you can suggest improvements. You're going to compare and contrast to other products as well. The second project is product design. This is more of a blue sky project where you go from sort of specification all the way through to creating ideas, developing those ideas through modelling and testing through to a final design. The third project is product manufacture. This is where we look to really build your manufacturing skills throughout the year. You can see on the screen at the moment we've got a lamp, which has been a product that students have liked to make over the last few years. We provide you with working drawings and dimensions and take you through step by step how to manufacture each component. Though we do increasingly encourage you to customize various parts and to consider target markets and the environment in which you want them to be used. Most likely in the spring to summer term of year 12 you will begin your coursework project, which is worth 50% of the overall A level. This one design and make project is about you solving needs of a client. You will be looking at investigating a problem, working in a way where you are able to constantly get feedback from your clients. So it's very careful who you choose to work for, and you take on board their needs, their wants, their values in order to develop a successful and commercially viable product. The theory topics that we will cover through year 13 will involve sustainability and designing in the modern world, so looking at the use of robotics and artificial intelligence, and also we've got there from looking at design movements and the history of designers as we go through. So a broad spectrum of really interesting theory to help prepare you for your exam at the end of year 13. Student's client was his younger sister. The problem was she couldn't reach her items in the top of her storage in her bedroom. She had built-in cupboards in her bedroom which just couldn't get to. So he built her some multifunctional furniture. We'll see that it works as a seat, storage, and also could convert into steps so that she was able to actually reach and access those heights. It was bespoke, it was made to measure for her room and to fit in with the style of the house. Really high quality product that he was really pleased and proud of. Here you can see a year 13 final product. This is an art easel. His client had found that all the products on the market for storage and use for her artwork were difficult to interact with, so she couldn't access the brushes and the equipment that she needed when she was actually using the easel because of the way that it sort of opened up. So he designed, tested, developed, and a really lovely product that was made, which included her own artwork. So his client's artwork was able to be laser engraved and the item was personalised to the client. It meant that she had access to items that she needed. She could clean her sponge in the vacuum form tray, and she could work on the product at, the artwork at the time. The student was able to use 3D printing alongside traditional techniques such as brazing, turning and tapping a thread, vacuum forming. You'll be able to notice sort of finger joints and housing joints within the wood wooden components as well. So a really great use of techniques and materials across the product. Here we have another former student who made an Africa-inspired table. You'll notice the resin river through the middle and her artwork down the side. This product incorporated some other 3D printed components alongside traditional methods of miter joints, housing joints, and finishing of materials as well. As I mentioned earlier, the coursework project, non-examined assessment, is worth 50% of the entire A-level. The other 50% is a 2.5-hour exam, which focuses on the theory that we cover over the 2 years. We'll obviously do lots of exam practice. Doing well in this exam is as much about understanding how to answer questions as it is about your understanding of design and technology. And our commitment to you is that we are a highly experienced, qualified and skilled A-level team. We get fantastic results because we believe in our students to design and make fantastic products, and we hope that we're able to help give them support and guidance in order to realise their ambitions. So alongside this, we've got excellent facilities, including fantastic CAD software that I mentioned earlier on. We use SolidWorks for our 3D modelling. This is available to you at home as well. This is industry standard software, and that then links really well to our CAM and CNC machines, such as our laser cutters or our several sort of 3D printers, CNC lathes, etc. We have an excellent track record within the department. Our students regularly get their best results within product design, and over the last few years have gone on to follow design-related courses, either in apprenticeships or at university in mechanical engineering, automotive engineering, furniture design, architecture, product design, just to name a few. There is a huge skills gap in engineering, with many engineers required within the next few years, along with other roles within the creative economy. The course will also help you develop a number of other skills in terms of time management, project management, your ability to research and understand the needs of others. Will help you within life in a whole variety of ways. As I mentioned earlier on, the importance of design and technology as a subject, as a stepping stone into possible future careers. Many of you may wish to become engineers or something within that field, and here you can see the importance that UCL put on D&T as subject. The part I want you to really focus on is where it said D&T offers an unrivaled opportunity to inspire you. We want you to use these 2 years to really think about what you enjoy, really push yourself to learn new skills. And we love it when students come and they say, what I really want to do for this product is, I've seen this technique online, I've seen this material, I want to give this a go. And you'll find staff in the department, that is what we want to hear. We want to hear you coming up with ideas and you showing us something we've never seen before, as well as us showing you what you need to know. One such career that you might be interested in is architecture. The #1 rated university for architecture is Bath, and as part of their entry requirements, they require an art or design qualification, of which product design is accepted. Some of our students over the last few years have got jobs at Bentley, Cath Kidston, BMW, Marks and Spencers, and Jaguar Land Rover. And you can see some of the higher education institutions that our students have gone to in the last few years, with a range of courses as well, all related, all inspired by their A-level in product design. With this extra time you've had at home, you're able to follow tutorials and learn new skills, and you're using this as an opportunity to really develop skills that you wouldn't have had time to do otherwise. There's lots of sort of influential and really useful people to follow on Instagram or YouTube. A lot of our students often show us techniques and things that they've seen on these channels that they'd like to then give a go. So if you're not confident in an area and you want to develop some skills, then between now and when you return, you know, it'd be great to think that you're developing your sort of drawing and rendering skills or your CAD skills at home. So in terms of preparation, you should already have had the summer work that was set, and I will go through that next slide. But also, getting yourself prepared includes things like buying the textbook. So I've got a picture of the textbook below. Your course is by edXL. This book is no longer in print, however, you can get sort of second-hand copies or maybe new copies off of Amazon Marketplace or eBay. One other area that you could look at developing CAD skills. So starting at the sort of most basic, we've got Tinkercad, which is a free online app that is all cloud-based. There's SketchUp, which is a Google product, and the usual version is free as well. And then we have SolidWorks. Now, those of you that have been at St John's, and you may well have already have used SolidWorks, and it may be that you've already downloaded it onto your home computer. We still have a current license, and should any of you wish to download SolidWorks, this is the most comprehensive and industry standard 3D CAD modelling software. Lots and lots of tutorials online, step-by-step videos and guides that you can use. We're not confident in these areas until we give them a go, and practice makes perfect. So the more you can do in advance, the more confident you'll be when you turn to us. And then we've had lots and lots of work in from students and pictures from students of various things that they've done around their own homes. So fixing areas, renovating, changing, you know, all sorts of things, and solving problems around the house. Anything like that, let us know. Okay, we'd love to see them. Okay. That brings me to the end of the presentation. I hope that's answered many of your questions, and we really do look forward to getting back into school and seeing you all soon, getting started on your A-level. If you have any questions or you just want to keep in contact, you can see the email addresses on the screen. And enjoy the summer, and we'll see you soon.